Hi, this is Daria. I am a psychic medium and a spiritual healer. Also do tarot reading, and today I thought I would show you guys my top 10 decks. Now I know there's videos around on YouTube that there are readers who show their top 10 decks per that year. So like for example 2022, 2023, 2024, my top 10 decks, 2025. I am not that type of reader. I don't really collect anything unless it works for me. So I'm not I don't hoard anything. I actually like quality over quantity, and not every deck speaks to me. So when I find something that I like, I just buy it like 3 times over, the same thing over and over again. It just makes sense for me. I'm not really into trends of new decks out there because not everything is gonna work for me. The first deck I would like to talk about is the one I use all the time for general readings on the live or on the phone, is this deck, which was a gift. Okay, I got this as a gift. Looks like that. It's been really worn. Okay, and it's the traditional tarot deck. Okay, the traditional Rider and White tarot deck. In the middle, and then there's like words and symbolisms around here. It comes with, so this is the original box, and it's called Learning Tarot Cards by Witchy Cauldron. So, you know, this was bought on Amazon, and it had like these extra cards in it telling you about the chakras and about the different symbolism if you didn't know what that was. And it tells you about one card reading and like how to use the deck. And I find that I connect to it really easily. It flows really well with me because I actually learned the traditional meanings of the Rider and White, and also I use my intuition, so it really works really well with me. Also, I also like the coloring. So for example, the Earth, right? The Earth Pentacles, right? It comes in the green. It shows the green background. Fire, the wands, it shows fire. So cups, it shows water. So, you know, everything is like symbolism. See, you see the swords, this is air, so you see clouds. So I really like the minor details that this deck has, if you can see, okay? I think I have a backup. Let me see. So this is a backup of the same deck, I think. And let me see what that is. This is exactly the same one. A client got me this. She goes, what deck do you want? Just pick your card. I just picked the same thing because this is obviously going to fall apart. And the last deck was exactly the same thing. So I just keep buying the same thing. So, you know, whatever works, works. You know, if it ain't broke, why fix it? And yeah, I'm not really, you know, some people, some readers, they have like, there's this one reader, she has 500 decks to her name, which is fabulous and all. You know, you collect what you like, but that's not me. The next deck I have here is this tarot deck, which is, that looks like this. It's got the moon on it. And it's more or less the same thing. There's the same imagery, but like different background and different text. I haven't used it because it was, again, a gift. I kind of feel like I don't reach for it because it's kind of out of sight, out of mind. So I forgot I had this, but I really like the backs. How magical is this? Stars and moons, astrology. So, you know, more or less it's the same thing, but like obviously different. Comes with this card here talking about zodiacs, how to use the deck, symbolism, and what is this? Oopsie. Yeah, so, you know, this is a nice backup if I need it. Right now I don't. I just found this on my desk. The second deck I'm going to do, also I'm going to do not just tarot, I'm going to also do oracle decks, because that's what I use. I don't have a lot of cards, as you can, as I told you. Next deck is one of my oldest decks. This is called Ask the Guides, an oracle deck by a lady named Sonia Carroquette. And she writes books, and she has her own this is their own deck, right? The reason why I like this, first of all, it came like this, really thick and square. And I had to cut it because I realized I wasn't reaching out for it because of the two sides. It was too thick. So what I did was literally slimmed it down and cut the borders off so I can hold it and read with it. But what I like about this, it's just very clear in imagery. Everything is, I feel like a water painting, and I get the messages really quickly. I get hits really quickly in a way, you know, like it just speaks to me, you know. It's just very, very fluid for me. It's very easy to read. And they go really well with my other tarot cards. Any card that I pick, these go really well with it. I like the colors. I like the simplicity of it all. There's no words whatsoever. It came with a book, but I don't read the book. But, you know, it is handy. The book shows you, you know, how the reader sees how to read the cards if you know, don't know how to see their vision. But these work very well for me. I like the art. It's very simple. And this is the back. And of it, the front is also the same. So I really like this stuff. I kind of feel like this type of art would be in, like, I don't know, like in hospitals or children's hospitals or therapy clinics. There's something about it that talks to you, talks to the soul or talks to the spirit. So anyway, so that is that deck. One of my oldest decks that I use. The second deck I want to talk about is the other tarot deck, the Angel Tarot deck, which is this big boy here. And this is called the Guardian Angel Message Tarot by Radleigh Valentine. Okay, so he used to do cards. He used to create cards with Doreen Virtue, who basically is no longer in the industry, and now he does his own thing. He does his own angel decks, and it came in this box, and it has its own book. There's a picture of Mr. Valentine, and it came with, you know, the only thing about this book that it doesn't come with the images of the cards of each one. You know how some books, most books, have the image of the card. This one doesn't, but it's not like I read the book anyway. But I do like this a lot because I work with a lot of angel guides, and I wanted a tarot deck that to be less scary. Now the front could be much better, right? I feel like it could have been more colorful or something, but every deck shows an angel, okay, except this one. But these are the pentacles that they show. I like the color use. So everything has wings on it. Well, not everything, but if I show you right now, see, even the Ten of Swords has wings on it. Everything has angels on it, unless it's people. Even the Angel of Death release. Three of Swords has wings on it. It just shows like the angels are everywhere in these cards. Seven of Swords, unless it's people, they don't have wings on it, but everything else is very angelic. It's very high vibration, if you know what I mean. So I really like this deck. Look at this, is Lovers, very inclusive as well. You see all the cups. Like the imagery, this is the Empress. It's got the wings, it has the baby, it has the shield. Everything's about light, nothing dark. If you compare it to the tarot itself, the traditional tarot, this is way much more modern, if you get what I mean. So I really like this deck. I work with it so easily, so well. It's very fluid for me. And yeah, I really enjoy the colors. Look at this, the world. Has some words on here. And this I had to trim down too, because this is the reason why it's kind of rough, because there was this border around it that made it even bigger than before. And I, you know, when it's too big, it's impossible to work with, you know. So that's the reason I cut that down, and I still love this deck. If this was to fall apart again, I would buy the same thing, because, you know, it works. So that is that tarot deck. I think this is my favorite tarot deck out of the rest. If we're moving on to the next deck, I don't have an order, you know, like I don't even have in order of what I like most, but I'm just showing you what I have. I have this Kipling, the Kipper deck, right? This is a fortune telling deck, and this is more like a European style of reading oracle, right? So it came in a box like this. It's got Victorian art on here, and comes in with a magnetic box like that, and then again it has a book. I like the neat packaging, and it talks about the history, where it's from. It has 38 cards, 83 page book, and this is... Okay, sorry, my battery died. So where were we? We're talking about this deck here, the Kipper deck, where it just talks about the history and how to use this deck. I'm sorry for the noise, that's my partner in the shower. But it does have tiny images on what cards they're talking about. Again, it's not in color, but at least they do have images of what everything means. I do use this quite a bit. I feel like it's an easy to read type of deck. It's very Victorian. The artist style is very old school, very European in a way. I think it's a very unique deck, and that's the reason why I was attracted to it, because I like unique decks. I don't want to buy, you know, everything. I just want to buy a little bit of something, you know, like a little bit of everything in a way, you know, just to have something unique in my collection. So I do like using this. It reads very well. It's very quick. Like I pick up messages really quickly from it. So yeah, I mean, it works for me, right? Because I always wanted this when I saw it. So with me, if I see a deck and I'm interested, it means I should get it, okay? Yeah, this is something I really like. It's very different. And yeah, that's one of the decks I like to use. So I'm going to put this back. The next deck I want to talk about is the Everyday Witch Tarot. I think this is very commercial. I think this is very popular. And this is like a huge packaging. I really love it. And this is also a gift from a client. It's called Everyday Witch Tarot by Elizabeth Alba and Deborah Blake. And this is what it looks like in the back. And it has a magnetic clasp. It comes with a huge art book, which I like. And the deck was inside of this. It has color. Isn't that cool? It has color, and you can write your own notes. It's just that, like, all the images are here, and it has the depiction of what the artist like wants you to know about this and how to use it, right? And you can write your own, you know, notes on here. I looked at it briefly, but I really don't need to look at it at the moment. Actually, I don't look at books. I only look at it when I first get it, but other than that, I just, you know, I just use the cards. So I really like the backs, very magical, but very whimsical. And this deck, I love the art. It's a mixture of a vintage and modern images, if you can see. So I'm seeing it's all about witches, and I love the coloring. It's a lot, there's a lot of like a theme of nature. And if you see here, see this woman's playing darts, it's very modern. And then it goes back to traditional, and then it goes back to like traditional, like medieval in a way, you know. Because I've seen this has a motorcycle in it, so I'm thinking this is modern as well. So this is the Tower card. This is the beach. You know, it has a modern vibe and also an old school vibe. The Strength card, Six of Wands, the Queen. Like something like this threw me off. So I just thought maybe it's a mixture of modern and old school. There's another one where, I'll show you, where I feel like, this is 10 of Pentacles. This is medieval as well, so it's King of Swords, some type of Viking king. So it's a mixture of different timelines. That's what I'm getting from this. Sandcastles. The Wheel of Fortune is like a game. And people on a date on a beach. That's like very modern. Like the Hierophant is like a bunch of people doing yoga. So that's why I feel like it's a mixture of modern and like certain old school themes. Look like this. Looks like King Arthur. So, and there's a lot of cats in it. I've noticed there's a lot of cats in this. And this woman doing again like yoga, and a page doing art. So, you know, it's a mixture of modern times, and yeah, I really like it. It reads very well. I like the style. This is random though. This death card is kind of random. Nine of Pentacles, Empress. Yeah, so I really like this. This is my favorite card. I'll show you my favorite card in this deck. Page of Cups, and he has a cup full of heart bubbles. I thought that was cute. That's my favorite deck. Card in this deck. And I really like this deck because, I don't know, it speaks to me. Because maybe I'm an earth sign. It's like more earthy tones, earth-based, and it's really colorful. It reminds me of like childhood. You know how we, in a child, you know, like if you really like reading books and looked at like the art, this is the deck for you. Okay. If we move on, I don't know what number we are on, but I have another oracle deck. It's called a Sacred Traveler. I don't know what this is doing here. It's called Sacred Traveler, and this is read by Denise Lin. And this is about journeys. Like you're talking about journeys, talking about reading about where you are in your life. It comes with again a thick ass book, telling you what, see, it has pictures, telling you what everything means. There is no reverse meaning in tarot, no tarot and oracle, which is good. And the card stock is quite really good. It's very velvety, very smooth, and I do love the art. You see this, it reminds you of Aladdin. This is Miracle card. And again, these speak to me instantly. You know, it's got some words at the bottom, but they speak to me in a way of like giving me messages. It triggers messages within me. And you know, they are very, very accurate. It really depends on the reader, really. It connects with me. It's very hard for me to find cards that I connect with, you know. So once I find it, I will just buy it until it's no longer printed. This was recommended to me by a friend, and he's also a reader. And he's also no, he's not a reader, he's a medium. He doesn't do tarot cards, but he does these oracle cards, and it brings out, you know, impressions and messages. So yeah, so these are the Sacred Traveler, and I'll show you my favorite card in here. Let's have a look. I mean, it's a really easy deck to read if anyone's interested in reading for the first time. I would recommend this deck, and I would recommend this one because it's just very easy to read. There's no rules, it's just your interpretation and the messages that it's triggering, you know. This is my favorite deck, Dragons. My favorite card on this deck. So it's Dragon, and this is about uncovering treasure. And beneath the surface lies a bounty. So like, yeah, and this is also my favorite one as well, the Wizard. I really like this one, walking the beauty of the wondrous universe. Like the art, it gives like a pastel vibe, like oil pastel, something like that. And maybe coloring pencils, I don't know. But I really like this one to work with. It's very easy. And I like the backs. It's got some type of, what do you call it? I forgot what it's called, but this art that triggers the mind. So that's, I think it's called Sacred Art. I forgot the name. Anyway, that, I don't know what deck we are at. I'll just keep on showing decks. I don't even know we've done 10. 1, 2, 3. I'll show you one more, okay? One more. This is my favorite oracle deck of all time. This is my favorite one, okay? There's this book. I think I found this person on Etsy. And she creates indie decks. And it's called the Zodiac Into You Deck 101. And this came with 132 cards. And it came with extra bonus 24 cards, yes, no cards, 7 people and children cards, 4 season cards, and time frame cards. It's got 12 base suits and zodiacs per 9 cards per suit. It came in this box, very nice box. It's the lady who created it. She actually follows me. Her name is Debbie Dubres, and comes like that, and it shows instructions how to use this. And it also came with a bag of crystals. So it came like that, right? And there was a bag of crystals. It's somewhere over there to charge the cards. And these are the extra cards. I don't use them because I don't feel I need them. But it came with instructions, and it came with season cards, number cards, yes, no cards, and but if you can see the size of the cards, it's like normal playing cards, and the texture of it, it's a lot like poker cards, you know, like playing cards. Okay, this is actually held up very well. I mean, I don't use this, so this is the wear and tear. It's not that bad, is it? I've had this for about 2 years, I think, and again, this was a gift from a client, and they're just easy to read. I mean, the imagery, the graphics is really good, but they chose, there's a bit about words here that you could use, and also there's a zodiac here and the number here, and I get a lot of information reading with these cards. Sharp imagery. It's all photography, I think. Except, yeah, it's all photography. And they read really well. It's very, very clear. And I really like this deck. I don't know what number deck we're on, but these are my favorite decks I like to use. And I use these every single day just to clarify, or just one card pull, and it gives you a lot of information. So this is something, a must if you're into oracle decks. This is a cool one. This is not too commercial, not too like mass market. This is more or less indie, and this was, I think, was the most expensive deck out of everything, which I don't mind spending the money on it if it's, but this is a gift. But I don't mind if it's, because you don't want too commercial deck. You don't want it, I don't know. You just want what works for you, and I like that. It's very unique. Is there anything else? Oh, I've got to speak about the Prison deck as the most easiest tarot oracle deck to use. You can find this on Amazon, and it's about tapping into your intuition with the magic of color. It's 45 cards and a guidebook, and this is by Chronicle Books, and I don't know who the author is. I know it's a woman. It comes with the book, and obviously she's gonna do color, right? She does this book very well. It's real thick, and it talks about everything you need to know about the colors and what it all means. But this is the back. I really like the colors, and it used to have hologram here, but it faded, and it's very, very simple to read. Okay, this could be like, what's my mood today, and you just pick it up, and this is your mood, you know. If I feel numb, or I'm overtired or overworked and I don't know how I'm feeling, I would use this deck to see what's going on with me, you know. I would recommend this for new readers, you know, just as a gift. It's a great gift for people. It's very easy to read. Look at this anxiety one. I don't like this one. I think my favorite card, I think, is, I'll show you. This one, Love. Yep. And I think that is all the decks I like using. I do have my loved decks that I use. This is a bag I made. Isn't it cool? It's like an army bag. I have my own. I might do this for another video, but I did my own oracle decks one time, a couple of years back, and I bought plain cards, right, nothing on the back, on Amazon for like 10 bucks, and I just started to draw on it. Friendship, open relationship, control, obstacles. I just took some markers and start writing these keywords: ice queen, dating queen, mature woman, love triangle, young male, fair male, passion. Very easy to read, and sometimes I do use this. I think it's very accurate, and this is all my art, fun times. And this was just having fun creating this deck, and it took a really long time to figure this one out. True love, wallflower, union, dark male, freedom, new love, true gem, travel, twin flames, long distance, past love, gift, past life, destiny. This is loosely based on the deck that I wanted at the time. And what happened was I reached out to them, the makers of them, and they said that they don't sell it. They only wholesale it, they don't do retail. And I was looking around for all different shops and they didn't have it. They said that they were doing new prints, reprinting it or upgrading it, and I'd have to wait. So I was like, oh, I'd just rather make my own decks inspired by that. So that's what I did, and that's why we have this deck. I barely use it, but I think I will use it for like a Valentine or a love reading online one of these days. And I do have other decks I created here, another 3 decks, but that's for another video, because this is getting too long. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for everyone that subscribed to me, everyone who don't know me. Thank you for coming through and watching it. I hope you like, subscribe, and put a comment down if you would like, and I hope to see you soon.